If you're under 40 and living in Europe, the odds of being called up for military service are on the rise. 3 EU countries have already brought back conscription in recent years, and many more are debating whether to do so. But why now, and how exactly does it work? To understand that, we need to rewind a few decades. 30 years ago, EU countries started downsizing their armies. This happened after the end of the Cold War, leading many countries to ditch mandatory military service. Geopolitical tensions eased and relative stability reigned. But nothing lasts forever. Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, growing instability in the Middle East, and Donald Trump's return to the White House have all shaken up the global order, pushing Europe to rethink its preparation for war. 9 member states currently have conscription: Austria, Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Greece, Latvia, Lithuania, and Sweden. Croatia is set to join them next year too. But here's where it gets a little bit complicated. Not all conscription works the same across Europe. There are basically 3 models: the mandatory military service for all eligible citizens, a lottery-based system for when volunteer numbers fall short, and the selective conscription model, where they base it off of skills and motivation. This means that even if there is conscription in your country, you may not actually be called up depending on the model. And if you're a woman, the chances decrease even further. Within the EU, conscription currently applies to both men and women only in Sweden and Denmark. Most European countries also offer a civil service alternative, or the right to conscientiously object, which is basically when someone opts out on moral or ethical grounds. Yet the subject of military conscription remains a hotly debated topic. For many young Europeans, this could mean putting studies or careers on hold, or facing moral dilemmas they never expected. A recent poll of 9 European countries by the European Council on Foreign Relations found that several countries, including France, Germany, and Poland, support the idea, but this support usually disappears in the 18 to 29 age group, which just so happens to be the group most likely to be called upon. Germany is one of the countries looking to bring back military conscription. Proponents argue that it promotes a civic spirit, social cohesion, and prepares the country for crises. While critics point to the high logistical costs, the impact on individual freedom, and the need to modernize the military with highly qualified professionals instead of mass conscription. A draft bill has been proposed that would allow the German government to call up conscripts in certain security situations and if an army size target is not met. It is politically divisive though, even within Germany's own coalition government, as many members of the centre-left SPD are opposed, but its partner, the conservative CDU-CSU, are in favour. Portugal, France, Poland and Bulgaria are among the other countries that are looking at bringing back some form of conscription. Meanwhile, some countries aren't budging. The UK, Ireland and the Netherlands continue to rely on professional armies, and there's little political will to change that. What does seem clear though is that whether it's going to be through a mandatory system or some sort of volunteering model, the way that the civilian population in the EU interacts with the military is going to change. Would you accept the call if your country introduced conscription? Let us know in the comments and follow the European Newsroom for more.